ever been magnetized to someone you didn't know and for no apparent reason? Or have you felt this instant, inexplicable connection that seems to go beyond time, logic, space, or even language? I have. I've encountered so many of these soul contracts, both through my own journey and through my Akashic Records work. And one thing that I've learned is not every connection is meant to last a lifetime, but every connection is meant to expand you. Some souls come to teach, some come to mirror, some come to heal, and some come to ignite. Sometimes both souls can grow and evolve together, but sometimes it doesn't always happen that way. So today, let's break them down, one by one, and decode the divine agreements your soul made long before you came. The Pontificated. I am your host, Rain, Usui Reiki Master, Energy Healer, Acupressurist, licensed cosmetologist, Reiki and infused press-on nail artist, and overall occult enthusiast. Today, we are taking a break from series, and we are diving into soul contracts and divine soul connections. Number one, and this is what the majority of soul connections truly are. They're called karmic contracts, and these are the alchemists. These are the relationships that shake you to your core. They are the ones that feel like poison and medicine all at the same time, love and a lesson at once. Karmic contracts are not punishment, though. They're energetic balancing acts, trying to get the energy within both parties to balance. It's designed to help you close karmic loops from past lifetimes or parallel lifetimes even. They often arrive like wildfire, passionate, consuming, intense, until the smoke clears and you realize what real work needs to be done on you and to you. You'll know when you've encountered one. You keep repeating the same emotional cycles. Different faces, same feelings. When you are ready to evolve, the lesson becomes the liberation. I personally just got out of a 6-month karmic contract. Karmic contracts do not have to be harmful, hurtful, or painful, but they have to push you enough to make you grow past your uncomfortability. So while many people hate their karmic connections and their karmic counterparts because they didn't love me, they didn't show up for me, they didn't do this for me, or they cheated on me, or they didn't blah, 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 whatever. It's showing you all the ways that you are bound and not liberated within your own energy. Thank these people. I thank my past 2 karmic connections, and if you are curious about what type of connection you are in, this is not sponsored at all, even though if they would sponsor me, oh my god, dream come true. The pattern app, and it will tell you if you have karmic links based on the astrology, and you can navigate what you're supposed to be learning together. So an affirmation to help close out karmic contracts: I no longer chase the lesson, I embody it. And once you embody that lesson, then you move to a different type of relationship, a different type of contract. Next up, we have the soulmate contracts. These are known as the stabilizers. Soulmates aren't always lovers. Sometimes they're friends, they're mentors, they're clients. They're even strangers who drop in one sentence that changes everything exactly the right time. Soulmate contracts teach us about reciprocal love, the kind that feels like an exhale after chaos. They remind us that love doesn't have to hurt to heal or to be real. These are the types of connections that walk beside you, not ahead of you, not behind you. They are steady, safe, and sovereign. An affirmation to bring in more soulmate contracts and connections are: love can be gentle and still revolutionary. Your soulmate, while this is going to have a level of ease to it, or multiple of your soulmates, because you have more than one soulmate. Many of you, your families are soulmates. Some of your families are karmic contracts. Some of your children are karmic contracts. Some of your children are soulmate connections. An affirmation for the soulmate contract would be: love can be gentle and still be revolutionary. Number 3 is a very controversial contract among the spiritual community. But dare I say, the twin flame contract, the catalyst. The one that everyone romanticizes about, but very few people actually understand the grandiose magnitude of this connection. They aren't a missing piece of you. They are your mirror. They awaken the sleeping parts of your soul, both divine and dark. When you meet them, you don't just fall in love, you remember yourself. The connection triggers rapid ascension, but true reunion is internal. I don't seek union with another, I seek union within. And this is the space where a lot of people get hung up, where they're like waiting for years, decades, and not moving forward with their life because their twin flame is coming back. I awoken in 2017 to a person that I consider my twin flame. We are not in union, we don't speak, and that's fine. I still love this person beyond words. I can't even put it into words how much I love this individual. Always and forever. It doesn't matter if we speak again in this lifetime or not. That love is still there. I'm appreciative for that divine meeting, where I finally remembered. And I have been in a state of constant remembering since that day. And I am forever grateful. So it's not about a romantic connection. It's about growth. Deep, deep growth. Soul family contracts. These are your tribe. These are the souls whose vibrations feel like home. You might meet them in this life as best friends, collaborators, or chosen family. And there's this instant knowing that we've done this before. Most of the time, you kind of pick up where you've left off. Soul family contracts exist to keep you anchored as you evolve. They challenge you, uplift you, co-create with you in divine timing. This is where your community lies. And a lot of times when we are calling in our tribe, we're calling in a perfect set of people. And let's be real, we all have shadows. We all are working through our own limitations. Sometimes your tribe is a group of perfectly imperfect people. And allowing what you have available, the people that you're around, instead of nitpicking them apart, appreciate, love, agree to disagree. But you can still have love within the connection, even if you don't agree on everything. That's the spice of life. So we rise together just as we planned. That is your soul tribe affirmation. And, you know, sometimes we meet our soul tribes later on in life, and we have to remember, if you've been through some shit, they've probably been through some shit too. So it's imperative to nurture and not drop the ball with the connections. But the beautiful thing about soul connections is, or any of these deep, unconditional, loving connections, such as soulmates, such as soul family, such as the twin flame connection, you're able to be imperfect and there's still love there. That's the beauty of the soul tribe. This next set of soul contracts is not one that I hear many people speak of, but they are infinitely important to your growth, development, and expansion, mainly your purpose. So, dharma contracts, the purpose path. These contracts are written in the ink of destiny. They are tied to your calling. They are the reason you incarnated here. Every time you resent your purpose, life gets louder. Synchronicities multiply, your intuition tugs and goes off, you get bombarded, and then someone or something appears to push you back into alignment. That's not coincidence, that's destiny. Dharma contracts often come through mentors, collaborators, or circumstances that demand growth. They're not about comfort, they're about calling, and calling alone. An affirmation for the dharma contracts in your life would be, I am the bridge between divine purpose and human action. Ancestral contracts, the bloodline healers. Before you were born, your soul agreed to step into a lineage that needed healing. Maybe it was from addiction, abandonment, silent power, poverty, or shame. You volunteered to end the story, not with war, but with awareness. By healing yourself, you heal 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. If that doesn't tell you how fucking important you are, I don't know what else will. Stop playing small, because many of the chosen ones have played small their entire lives because they were born into karmic families. So while yes, a soul contract can be ancestral and it can be karmic, it can be ancestral and soulmate. So they can mix and match, not a one size fits all for every connection. You are the prayers your ancestors whispered about in the dark. It ends with me and it begins anew. And that's the affirmation for all ancestral contracts. A lot of times when we go through our healing work, we tend to look at the negative things that our ancestors did, like especially our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, because we knew them, right? Don't always look at the negative, their attachment styles, their addictions, their intrusive thoughts, their shame. Also look at the good, because just as much as you can take the dark and transmute it, you can use the light to your advantage, to your destiny. Use their positive attributes just as much as you transmute their negative ones. Because again, you're working 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. Last but certainly not least are the catalyst contracts. These are our disruptors. These are the souls enter fast, they burn bright, and they vanish. But the impact they leave is absolutely permanent. They're not the villains, they are your activators. You should thank them, honestly, even though I know it hurts. They push something within you to the point that you were able to move past your own limitations and become what you need to become for your purpose. They break up stagnation. They reroute you to your destined path. And they pull you into your next level, whether you're ready for it or not. You'll know them by how much your life changes after they exit. I typically am one of these contracts for a lot of souls. They love me, they hate me, but it's always done for their highest purpose. And it's divinely guided. And it'll just say, hey, I want to come in and fuck your shit up and then leave. No, because I'm a lover. I know what it's like to be hurt. I've been hurt a lot. Many of you have been hurt a lot. But to change that, we have to have that open heart space, that capacity. And we have to have somebody mirror our shitty or lack of behavior back to us so we can course correct it. That's the whole point of connection, is to course correct. all roads lead you back home. Some of them just want to take you in a spiral before you get there. There are two bonus connections and contracts that I also want to speak about. So there are shadow contracts. Those mirror your unhealed parts. They are the reflection that you resist, but you definitely need to integrate. They kind of work like a karmic or a catalyst contract, but are slightly different, and they only work on the unhealed versions. Companion contracts are another notable mention. These souls who usually evolve with you, growth is easy. They're connections with longevity. They're the ones that feel like an exhalation after evolution. Every connection is an assignment. Some are here for a season, some for a lifetime, and some for just a single conversation. The key isn't to label them, but to listen to what your soul is learning through them. Because when we understand our soul contracts, you stop taking pain personally and you start taking it purposefully. Not every soul that enters your life is meant to stay, but every one of them is meant to expand you in your life space. Loved this content, please follow, like, subscribe, and share out. If you would like more information, detailed information on soul contracts, please leave a comment and share it with somebody who's been wondering why they feel like they've been meeting people for a divine reason and maybe they're not staying. It is confusing, but the more that you understand contracts and energy and connection, the easier it is to, again, not take shit personally. So if you're ready to explore your own soul contracts or Akashic patterns, you can book a session with me at payhip.com/thePONTIFICATED or tap my link tree and it'll take you there. This is where science meets spirit and healing meets evolution. I love you. I will see you next week for the emotional body. Remember, live and love out loud and have a beautiful day on purpose.